Hi everyone, I'm Anthony Nguyen, and today I'm going to show you how to do a modern bombshell look. Alright, and this is my lovely model, Jessica Cook, and we're going to turn her into a modern bombshell. For this look, we want to customize our lashes. So I'm going to use Petit lashes stacked on top of the mini Wispies. Let's get started. So first things first, we always have to curl our lashes. And remember when you're curling your lashes, just make sure to give a good pump close to the root and hold it for about 5 seconds. And make sure to pump it throughout the center and the very tip of the hair. So next up, I want to go ahead and even out her skin tone on the eyelids. So I'm just going to use a bit of a concealer and I'm just going to place it on the lid and just work my way up. So traditionally with a bombshell look, colors are usually a bit more on the matte side with the wing liner. But because we're sprucing this up into a bit of a modern look, we're going to use a bit of shimmers and metallics and really light tones, because we really just want the focus to be on the winged eyeliner and a beautiful set of lashes. So for the next step, we want to go ahead and emphasize her crease. I'm going to choose a soft matte brown shade. And for this look, I want to keep it relatively light. I don't want this to be about too much shadow, but I do want a little bit of a contour on the crease. So we're just going to use a fluffy brush and we're going to place it right in the socket of the crease, and we're going to brush back and forth, kind of like a half rainbow shape. And for this look, we really want the lids to be very sultry and metallic and just very reflective. So for that, I want to choose something a little bit more creamy and emollient. That way, when our shadows goes on top, it's just going to pop. So I'm going to go ahead and use a cream eyeshadow. This is one of my favorites. This one is by Marc Jacobs, and it's a cream eyeshadow. I'm just going to swipe this gently on the eyelid, and it just deposits this beautiful metallic texture. And for this look, it would be perfect just to use a bit of your finger, and we could just melt that onto the skin, blend it upwards towards the crease. And this is a beautiful shade because it almost looks a little bit wet, which would be a great contrast with the eyeliner because it's going to be a little bit more black and slick. Let's just layer it up a little bit. So for this look, we want to keep the eyeshadows very light. That's just going to be the perfect contrast for the dark eyeliner and the lashes. Now the cream eyeshadow could be worn alone, but for this look I want to bump it up a little bit and just put a bit of a metallic shadow in the center of the eye. Or maybe I could use a bit of this cream color in the very center of the eye, just to really brighten up the focal point. And with a pencil brush, I'm just going to blend in the outer edges. Beautiful. Now I'm just going to pop a bit of a shadow right on the center of her lid. And we could just use a little bit of this highlight color at the very high point of her brow bone as well. Now that we have our eyeshadows, let's go ahead and work on the eyeliner. So next we're going to work on the wing eyeliner. Now sometimes this could be a little tricky, so a little tip that you could do is use a piece of tape on the side, or you could use these little guys. These are from Shadow Shields. Now where you want to have your wing, it should follow the bottom of the lash line and it should follow upwards. So just follow this imaginary line from the bottom of the lash line that touches the tail of the brow bone. I'm going to place the Shadow Shield right underneath her lash line. And I'm going to measure it up towards right over here, right at the end of her eyebrow. And we're just going to get an eyeliner pen and we're just going to mark it. And don't worry about it being perfect yet. This is just for us to have a guideline. I'm going to place this right underneath her lash line again, following the shape of her eye and having it rest at the end of her eyebrow. Give a little map where we want it. Perfect. So next I'm going to go ahead and finish up the tail of her eyeliner. And I'm gonna use, you could use a pencil or a gel or liquid, either or is fine. But right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in the lash lines. Have the line a little thinner at the center of the eye, and gradually it's gonna get a little thicker as we get to the tail. And again, we're gonna sharpen this up with liquid. Right now, we're just having a map of where we want it. The reason why I'm using a pencil right now is because I wanna get really, really close to the lash line, and I don't want the liquid to possibly bleed. Okay, now that we have our map out, let me perfect it with some liquid. And then now I'm just tracing over what we did with a pencil with a liquid liner. And a liquid liner is really gonna help us create that ultra fine, clean wing liner. And you could just start from the end here and work your way up. Also too, you can always just use a bit of a dish and you could dump out a little bit of the liquid liner, and you could work with it with an angled brush. And that way we can really get in there. And we're just gonna finish up the eyeliner by adding another layer of liquid eyeliner to make it extra jet black. Don't worry if you guys happen to make any mistakes on the side of the wing. Just use a little bit of Q-tip and eye makeup remover and we'll just clean up the edges. And it's just gonna give us a really clean wing. Another way to darken your eyeshadow is just by wetting your brush and using a bit of black eyeshadow to set it. I'm gonna load up my brush with a bit of black matte eyeshadow. And we're just gonna spray a little bit of setting spray, and we're gonna add that right on top of the wing. And this is really gonna complete our statement eyeliner. And then next we're gonna use a bit of concealer just to clean up any mess that we've possibly made. This is gonna create an extra clean line right underneath the tail. Okay, and add a bit of concealer underneath the eyes. All right, well, since this look is more about heavy eyeliner on top, we're gonna balance it out a little bit and just do very light mascara underneath and full on mascara on top. And I'm just gonna use a mascara brush, and I'm just gonna weave it in underneath the lash line, and go ahead and look up, keeping it very subtle. So for the upper lashes, it's all about lashes, lashes, lashes. So don't be afraid to load up. And go ahead and look down. I'm just gonna start right at the root. Just wiggle my way through and make sure the coats are even from the root to the end of the lash. And guys, don't worry if there's a bit of mascara that goes onto the eyes. Don't panic and wipe it off right away. Just wait till it dries a little bit and it'll flake right off. Let's clean up that little mascara mess here. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and focus on the lashes. For this look, I really wanna customize and tailor this lash specifically to Jessica's eyes. We wanna make it really pop. So I'm gonna start off by using one of my favorite pairs. This is the mini Wispies. And I'm just gonna measure it first to see if we need to trim it. These look like they fit perfectly. So if you do need to trim it, just make sure to trim from the outside. So I'm gonna use the House of Lashes adhesive. I'm just gonna apply a very thin amount. A little goes a very long way. And I'm just gonna wait till the lash dries just a little bit. It's gonna get the glue nice and tacky, so it's gonna plop on really fast and simple. When I place the lash, I'm just gonna gently place it in the very center and adjust the lashes from side to side. And make sure it's close to the lash line and not on the skin. And it's just gonna make it look a lot more natural that way. And I'm just gonna get the end of my tweezers and I'm just going to tuck it in just so we have a bit of a better grip. What's great about this adhesive is that it dries clear. So once we put it on, it's still white and it shows us how much time we have until it's completely dry. So again, I'm just gonna wait just so it's extra tacky. And always make sure to look forward in the mirror, and once it's symmetrical, then we can secure it down. These feel comfortable? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. And look down. And now that they're even, I'm just gonna use the end of my tweezers again, and we're just going to gently pat the base of the lash to the natural lash. So next with this lash, we really wanna make this pop. And I kinda wanna customize the lash a bit by adding in a few extra flares at the end. And that's what's great about the Petit lashes, is that you could place this however way you want. It comes in different sizes, so depending on how dramatic you want to go with your lashes, you could choose from there. So right now I just want to make the ends a little bit longer, so I'm going to choose maybe the middle one. I'm just going to add a bit of the adhesive right at the knot. I'm going to place this right above the mini wispies on the side. I want to add about maybe 3 on each side, just to kind of give it that extra kick. And don't worry if these get a little bit twisty, we still have time to adjust it. So if you look straight ahead, we could still adjust it with our tweezers and just adjust them in place and it'll be just fine. You could see just a few extra lashes makes all the difference. It really just adds that extra kick that we want. Okay, and now that they're all together, we could just join all the lashes together with a little sweep of mascara. And go ahead and look straight ahead. And we'll just do a very thin coat just to kind of join them. All right, and we're all set. And this is our Modern Bombshell look. Thank you so much, Jessica, for being my amazing model. And you guys, to finish up this look, pair it up with any bold lip that you want. You could choose dark purple, nude, whatever you want. For this, we're gonna go for a bright bold red with a pink cheek. And check out the rest of House of Lashes videos and make sure to like and subscribe.